And now, Maureen O'Boyle from A Current Affair.
Greg Kinnear, I love you.
Why should you tell her what to do with her breast?
It is my duty to walk her down the aisle when she gets married.
I mean, this is a pathetic woman.
Like Axl Rose, starring in Hello, Dolly. It's the award-winning Talk Soup, the musical. Greg Kinnear back with you, checking out highlights of the talk shows. Each and every talk show featured right here on this program today. Well, at least, I guess, the ones that matter. Coming up, Lena sells her new baby in order to buy a lovely new trailer home she's had her eye on for some time. Saul shaves his hands, and so very, very much more. First up, though, the Constitution guarantees our right to bear arms. But what about everything else above the waist? Thank you. I'm going to be here all this week, folks. Okay. Monday, Mo spoke with women who believe walking around topless should be unquestionably legalized. Who are we to argue with them? She also heard from a woman named Susan Carpenter who thinks this is a horrible idea because, frankly, she says, most men are beer-guzzling, foul-smelling, wrinkled, boxer-wearing animals who can't control themselves.
And you've given us wonderful arguments on why you should keep your clothes on. Fine. Why should you tell her what to do with her breast? If you don't like it, don't take your kid to the supermarket and look at them.
Observing the two ladies on the end. They're talking about, wearing their breasts out. I may be an open-minded person, but I haven't heard one reason why. What will women benefit from doing that?
But you can hear a lot of reasons why those three horny men sitting next to you want the top spot.
The three of us would like to come out publicly right now.
They're gay.
Wow! You say what you think is going to be the last word, the last jab, and leave it to three guys to come out of the closet and blow everything for you. Incidentally, you see why Susan was thrown off the high school debate team here. Later in the show, she tried to illustrate a point about sexual abuse by mauling one of the male panelists on the show.
I can grab your boobs. You can't grab mine, or that's called sexual harassment.
Hey, she's harassing me more.
It's only the first clip, folks. We got a whole half hour of this stuff. Come on down! It's Thursday. Mo meets unhappy, unlucky people who say their lives are jinxed and they just don't know why. Curse of the big black cloud is what we've called it Thursday. Monday, Maury Povich looked into a shocking story involving a mother who actually tried to sell her 1-month-old baby boy. Lena Peak thought she could make a few bucks by offering her child on a fairly operable black market. She might have gotten away with it, but the police set her up, and as a matter of fact, her mom was in on the sting. Here's an excerpt from the phone call that ultimately led to her arrest. Take a look.
Is Cody good and healthy?
Yeah. He weighs 8 pounds and 14 ounces.
Okay,
And
now.
he weighed 7 when he was born.
After the introductions, they got to the terms of the deal.
How much money you want for him?
2,000.
2,000. Now, if we give you 2,000, you ain't gonna come back wanting your money back or nothing? Or...
Because I'm either going to buy me a trailer or I'm just going to head out of state.
Then, a little bargaining.
You know that I didn't know nothing about this until today.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to work no deal here, but I got $1,400. Will that be enough?
I'll just take that.
You'll take $1,400? Well, here's 900, 1,000. 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400. Is that how much you got, 1,400?
Yeah.
Lena didn't realize she had just sold her baby to 2 undercover officers and was about to get arrested.
You know who that guy is?
No, I don't.
That is Trooper D. Board with the West Virginia State Police.
3 years ago, Lena tried to sell her 3-month-old daughter, Brittany. She has a total of 5 children, whom now are all in foster care. On the Maury Show this Thursday, you're going to meet a family that's fighting to care for their terminally ill son in the comfort of their own home. That'll be Thursday. Well, as executive producer of the Bertice Berry Show, Saul Feldman's duties include a variety of things, overseeing staff meetings, making key programming decisions, and from time to time having to shave his hands and dress up like a woman. That's right. This entertainment power broker, as it were, recently moonlighted as a real-life Mrs. Doubtfire.
Now we'll shave those hairy hands and add a few finishing touches, and voila, Saul will be Sally.
The transformation was great. I mean, loads of comments. You want to comment on any of the things you heard as a woman?
Well, it wasn't so much the comments as I went in, I had to go and pretend I was a woman, and I had to go to the bathroom. This was the most interesting thing. So I had all these tights, I had a girdle, I had all this stuff on, and then I had it all down, and then I thought, oh my God, what if somebody hears the tinkle? They'll think that maybe, because a woman, I figured, because they sit, you don't hear them pee. It's the first time, first of all, it was the first time I'd ever sat to pee. That's number one. And number two, somebody had left the seat up.
Saul looks pretty convincing as a woman, but can he actually fool a child? That's the test.
My name is Sally. What's your name? Missy, this is Sally. Hello, Missy. Missy isn't sure how she feels yet about Sally.
Ooh. Sorry, Saul. Thanks for playing that. Right, Thursday. That's right. Thank you. See you backstage. Thursday, Bertice will chat with ex-gangster Dominique Montigillo. Its now defunct gang was responsible for over 500 murders. We'll take a quick breather and be back in a moment with an estranged dad who fights for the right to walk his daughter down the aisle, and 2 daughters fight for their mother's affections. Coming up here next.
I am not physically...
Doing it since she was 9
Erica, let me finish.
That's the point.
Let me finish.
Oh.
Obviously, also when Erica's around, you can't get a word in edgewise when you try and carry on a conversation and resolve these issues.
Like the little staples you sometimes find in your cheesecake, it's Talk Soup. We're back. Carrie says her father was never around when she was growing up, and now that she's planning on getting hitched, she wants her brother to walk her down the aisle. Her dad, Bob, is so upset about the snub that he can hardly contain himself. He and his current wife, Kim, are threatening to boycott the entire wedding. And recently, the whole gang appeared on the Sally Jesse Raphael show to talk about this matrimonial misunderstanding.
She is my firstborn, my oldest daughter, etc., etc. It is my duty to walk her down the aisle when she gets married. Not my son's. My son, I love my son, but it's my daughter and my honor to walk her down.
Why didn't you play more of a role in these kids' lives since we got divorced?
We make mistakes when we're younger.
Because you never let them, Crystal. That is pure unadulterated bull. I don't excuse that one.
Let's try to...
I have never kept these kids from their father.
Wait, let's everybody try to keep control. Carrie, it is your story. Let's go.
Do you feel the dad hasn't been a dad to you in the past?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Why do you feel this?
Because he never seems like he's there. If I talk to him, I call him. There was birthday parties that he was supposed to go to. He didn't show up. Something's come up.
Yeah, but you have to explain to her where I've
promised
been.
he would be there, and
I'm always
something
gone
come
somewhere out of the
something
country.
had come up.
Dad's in the military. It's not like
and I'm gone all the time.
That's always his excuse. He's always gone. He's always busy.
Crystal,
that's why I asked my brother to walk
That's
right, and he did.
One at a time. What is it, Carrie?
I knew my brother was going to be there. That's why I asked him to walk me down the aisle, because I knew he was going to be there.
Carrie's dad also promised to attend her graduation, but when the proud day arrived, he was, it was a no-show. On this Thursday's program, Sally gets to know women who can't seem to forget their ex-boyfriends. These ladies will do anything to win back the men they love. It's Women Obsessed with Ex-Boyfriends. Thursday, Sally. Favoritism is a ugly, horrible thing, unless, of course, you're on the receiving end of mom's lopsided affection. Amy doesn't mind that her mother, Kathy, showers her with love and kisses and ignores her younger sister, Erica. Erica, on the other hand, as you might expect, is a little peeved about the whole situation. Jenny Jones said something to the effect on the show, hey, why don't we all just get along?
Usually when I need help with my daughter, it is because I have a test to study for, I have work to do.
I have too, but I don't come running to mom when I have a test to study for. I've had tests. I've had a speech that was due.
Does it matter? Wait, so does it matter?
Don't even mention my daughter's father is around. Don't even mention that because Amy...
I need to interject.
That has nothing to do with it.
Let's see what your mom has to say.
Until a month ago, she did have her daughter's father there.
And he's not there anymore.
They had a family unit that was very good, and he was able to help her with her. Amy has never had the father of her baby.
That was her choice. That was her choice.
Excuse me, I'm
That's not my problem that her daughter's father wasn't around. That's not my problem.
I am talking. It's not anyone's problem whether the father is around or not, but this child goes to school on a scholarship. I have the baby one night a week and 1 day a week. I have Cece. She's almost 4 years old. We hang out. It's not that you have to. I am not physically...
But you've been doing it since she was 9 years
Erica,
old,
let
Mom.
me
That's
finish.
the point.
Let me finish.
Oh.
No, I hate to pick sides, but I think I like Amy better, too. Is that bad? Is that bad? What do you guys think? Amy, it's better to hang out with. This Thursday, Jenny meets 4 wives who are ashamed of their slovenly husbands, including one guy who likes wearing the same clothes as many as 3 days in a row.
Ew! Yuck!
The new year has hardly begun, and what do we got? We've already celebrated National Wash Your Car Day, National Vacuum the Drapes Day was a couple weeks ago, National Hose Off Your Driveway Day, and of course National Neuter Your Cat Day. For those of you who weren't paying attention, Monday was National Clean Off Your Desk Day. And the Today Show staff and some other NBC personalities, or should I just say family members, celebrated as follows.
My method for organizing my desk? I kind of exist in a plane about 6 inches above it.
I think you've caught me at a time when I shouldn't feel too embarrassed, should I?
Actually, it's pretty neat, isn't it? Let's look in the drawers. I haven't done that for about 1.5 years. Hello.
Meats and poultries over here. Dairy products pretty much in this area here. Your breads, your grains, I like to keep in the drawers.
It's a homey look, wouldn't you say?
As you can see, I don't keep much up here. Men's Health, obviously, I'm not reading that.
But I've got my, my computer, which is where I really live. I really live here now.
Probably about 90% of my organization is Trish. Basically, what happens is she comes in every day and leaves piles of paper there.
He's very neat. So when he sees something on the chair, I know it bugs him. So that's why I do it.
Yes, indeed. NBC hasn't, unfortunately, given me a desk yet, so I don't get a play. Eileen Perlman of the National Association for Professional Organizers suggests cleaning off your desk at the end of every workday. So don't wait till the next National Clean Off Your Desk Day to take care of that. Incidentally, Kate, hit it one more time, if you would, please. Da 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 da. Whoa! On the Today Show this Thursday, actor Ralph Fiennes will be talking about his new role in the Steven Spielberg drama, Schindler's List. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment with a guy who makes Ross Jeffries look suave, and Ron gets extra friendly with his girlfriend's best pal. It's NATO's newest edition, Talk Soup. Greg Kinnear still with you, checking out highlights of the talk shows. You got to hand it to Hoop Monday on the Richard Bay Show. He dressed up like a character from a Dr. Seuss story and proclaimed himself king of the nerds. And still, women were tripping all over themselves to win his affection. How does this guy do it?
Bachelorette number one, Hoop's taste for food is quite regal. Tell me, how would you seduce Hoop? What kind of food would you use?
Well, I'm a carnivorous type myself, and he looks like he is. I would treat him like a piece of meat, and I would and I would smother him with Heinz 57, or maybe A1, but Heinz 57 sounds good. I don't mean to advertise, but
well, that's
but and then
that's a very good choice because Hoop hasn't dated very much, and he does have to catch up. Okay, yes.
How does Richard do it week after week? Hoop eventually decided on contestant number 3. Let's see who's under that darn sheet, shall we?
Number 3.
It's like a Fellini film, 5 days a week. That's Hoop's friend Alan. Contestant number 3 was groping there. Later in the show, Hoop finally broke his silence, I'm happy to say.
Nerds, that's a phrase that many people could be classified under. I feel that a nerd isn't all that bad, and I feel my royal proclamation is nerds are okay.
This is coming from a man wearing an aluminum foil cap, mind you. We do have a potential body double, incidentally. Here is Hoop. Possible body double. The Cowardly Lion. We've got a match. On Richard's show this Thursday, some disapproving women rate their sisters no good boyfriends. If you marry that bum, I ain't coming to the wedding Thursday. Some friendships are a bit friendlier than others. Ron is dating Nicole, but he's also close to her best friend, Dawn. How close, you ask? Well, the fact is these two have been doing some serious bonding behind closed doors. Ricky Lake was naturally appalled by the whole situation.
What did she have that I didn't?
Basically, I'll break this down. It is nothing that she don't have that you don't have. But basically, this is a friend just like you are a friend. A friend can be friendly as a friend can get.
I'm not sure I understand what that means. I don't understand either. Unless he calling me only a friend. Is that what you're saying?
I don't have a commitment. I don't see any rings on my finger.
Nicole and Ron. Right. We don't have a commitment, as he say, any rings on his fingers. I don't see a ring on my finger, but he don't want me to go out. He don't even want me to be with her. He don't want me to be with nobody, but he tells me what to do. And I don't have any rings on my finger either from you.
Hold on. For one thing, if this your friend, she calls me, that's a friendship that we talk about.
But like you're supposed to be a man and tell her, look, that's me and her business. You know, stay out of it.
Ron and Dawn. Nice ring to it. Nicole says she's willing to forgive the two of them. She and Ron have been dating for 2 tumultuous years. This Thursday, Ricky will be delving into a related theme. We're talking cheating husbands and the wives who've generously forgiven them. Thursday. Take a quick break and be back. We got one last highlight for you. In a moment, a casting couch controversy causes chaos and confusion. Next. non-biodegradable than ever. It's Talk Soup. Elizabeth Kay is standing by her man, thick or thin. Her man being casting director Wallace Kay. A year ago, he was convicted of 10 counts of sexual misconduct. Mrs. Kay thinks her husband is completely innocent of all charges. And on Jane Whitney's show this Monday, she confronted one of his accusers, an aspiring thespian with somewhat of a flair for the dramatic.
Every single one of those complaints reads exactly the same. I don't know if Charmaine Blakely wrote all of these scripts or if Gabriel helped her, but those were scripts that they were reading. It was not the truth.
You need some help. You really do. You know,
I don't know.
You really need some help.
Wait a minute. What's the? I mean, you said this is they're doing this for the publicity. Is that what you think?
This is probably the most attention that Diane Figgins has ever had in her entire life. And I truly believe that. No, you're not in the business.
First of all, I'd like to make something very clear here, okay? I was a newlywed when this man attacked me. I had just gone through a surgery for cancer. Do you think that I would want to go through this for an entire year, to be put on a stand, to be persecuted by your damn attorney because I wanted publicity? You're insane! I mean, this is a pathetic woman. We have established in a court of law that I was there. I also have witnesses.
Wallace Kay is currently serving a 5-year prison sentence. That's going to do it for this Talk Soup, folks. I'm Greg Kinnear. Tomorrow, let's do it.
YNR, B&B, AMC, GH. If this means anything at all to you, and I know it does, then you'll want to stick around and watch Pure Soap packed with highlights from all of your favorite shows. It's coming up next. Could you pass the Twinkie?